position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback adapted. Grabbed over the middle. It's Valentine. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win.
Oh, he's got some space. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game, you know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a gap. It's Davidson. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Still on his feet at the 45. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
The Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. Looking for room at the 30. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
And the timing just a hair off. Man, what a match matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major...
And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And right down the middle. They marched 78 yards down the field. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Williams will pass. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. They'll run play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Huskies need to pick it up on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Washington sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Looking to throw at St. Clair. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback. And the best way to affect them is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Looking to scramble. Going right and going deep. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage
ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes on the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
The throw. Fires to the big fella. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting into the big fella at tight end.
Quarterback keeps it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, the quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Williams looking for a man. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Tuggle. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Down here. Caught in the backfield, it's Tuggle. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
And the Yellow Jackets look to keep this drive humming. Makes the catch. It's Davidson. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Pulls it in. It's Davidson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. This is a designed run. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open. And
breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, this defense is going to mix up their looks against this quarterback, playing some zone. That time it was man coverage, but they also brought the blitz. So they're just trying to keep this quarterback on his toes.
Williams will pass. Moving away from pressure. On a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Harris. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. And the quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Handoff from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the It's Valentine. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. With the catch, it's Fox. Tripped up for the tackle. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later and take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Unleashes one deep. It's complete. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, after throwing that incompletion down here on the 1-yard line, if you're on the offense, let's get back to running the football. Let's see if we can be the more physical side, get some push up front, and run this thing in for a touchdown.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Fitted in the window for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quick touch pass to the receiver. There he goes. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Huskies want to crank the tempo. Williams looking for a man. He's going to run it. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their third possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Huskies! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he tacked on the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. He uncorks one deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time. And an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying 1 step ahead.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And that's the problem when you're living in second and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in 1 throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed on the outside, it's Harris. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Keeps looking downfield. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers in this one.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. No huddle offense to the line.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down. And what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Got it in the middle. It's Tuggle. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
On the move, he fires. Got his man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab outside. It's Farmer.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Using the quick game. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And the Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. Looking to scramble. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That lead is now 10, down to a 2-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Valentine. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Williams will pass. Grab near the marker. It's Harris. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going.
Looking deep down the right side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Looking to throw again. Under fire. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
Really good job by this defense. 3rd down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big 3rd down stop.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the running back from the shotgun. On the move at the 30. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys.
Oh, he's got some space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
He's got an open man. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Lets it fly. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Georgia Tech.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Georgia Tech! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Washington is ready to go back on the attack. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him! And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Blasted as he lets it go. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Give to the back. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Caught near the sticks. It's Farmer. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love...
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance and turning it on. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Huskies want to pick up the tempo.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
On the run, deep down the right side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And deja vu again. I'm not surprised, man. They found this guy for several touchdowns today, and they were looking for him again. He's made plays. He's dependable. Why would you?
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The offense changing the play. Williams looking for a man. Bringing the heat. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's fourth down. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on fourth down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge fourth down conversion late in this football game.
The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
And the Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
The give to the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. This is not a time to pad your stats. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock